What is best in life? Well, after the disaster of the last episode, which was accidentally destroyed while I was exporting it, and my computer crashed while I was rendering the file, and I managed to destroy both the original file and the file I was rendering it to. So, alas, there is a several year gap in the history of the good Emir of Tabaristan. Last episode, we successfully conquered. Unfortunately, we missed the action of the successful war against the Emir of Quivir, and so Quivir, another trading post on the Silk Road, is now part of our patrimony. Another daughter was born to our house through one of our concubines, unfortunately not the quick concubine. And I cast a horoscope for Landon Jaws and found out that horoscopes can only be cast on non-adult children, so it was too late to cast a horoscope to help use the power of these stars to enhance the abilities of my heir. But my secondary child was enhanced and has had some events that granted him bonuses towards an intrigue lifestyle. I spent the money that the Caliph gave me. However, my heir, Landon Jaws, married into the Caliph's family. I married off one of my daughters matrilineally to grow my dynasty. In order that if our heirs and the male family members are all killed off and murdered, which people are attempting to do, that hopefully there will be more family members waiting to take over in the wings. And what other marriages did I make? Landon Jaws is betrothed to a princess of the Arabian Empire, and my daughter Shirin is betrothed to a rather powerful gentleman, the Khan of Obadiah of Asina, and he, although he doesn't like me a lot because I'm an infidel, he has a large holding just to the north on the far side of the lake. He may barely be close enough to actually help me in the event of a war, although I haven't been able to convince him to form an alliance yet, but if I have extra cash, I might do that. Let me just get this going, I'll slow it down. And what other daughters do I have? Oh yes, I'm preparing a feast with the remainder of the money that I didn't spend on mercenaries. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuffs to serve. I must purchase venison, boar and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses, and perhaps even a swan or peacock. Spend enough on food to satisfy everyone's hunger. Sure, let's do things right. And most of the preparations for the feast have been made. Now I only have to send out the invitations. Now let me check. Trade zones. I thank you for the invitation. My vassal, the mayor, will not be able to attend the feast. Yes, the mayor dislikes me for 10 years. My vassal, the Urbad, will not be able to attend the feast. The mayor of Dravar will not be able to attend the feast. What's going on? That's not good. I was hoping this would enhance my status with my vassals. That's why I spent the money on it. Anyway, I'm going to try to take over this emirate of Galan, and I'm trying to look at what the best next holding is. It looks like Galan, the capital, is the obvious one. So I will move my chancellor to develop a claim on Galan. Now he is still training troops. What is this guy actually doing? He's reducing my retinue maintenance costs, but I don't have a retinue yet. So I will send him to Quivir. The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The cooks have worked day and night preparing the food. The castle has never looked lovelier. Welcome to my feast. And the steward, he better be raising taxes. The steward is in Gurgan to collect taxes. That's good. The spy master, is scheming in Emir Jandar of the Jaws satrapy's court of Gurgan, and I'm living in Gurgan, right? Yes. So she's scheming in Gurgan. I started talking to one of the guests at the feast, and I found them most interesting. Hours flew by, wine bottles were empty until guests excused themselves and went to bed, but we kept talking until the wee hours. I have never met a more fascinating person. All right, my one vassal that sends me no tax money and no troops. This Sheik Shirvan and I are going to become great friends. Is this going to mean that he's actually going to start? I'm his liege. He's got 100 opinion of me now. And although even though he wants a seat on my council, but does he grant me? Oh, concubine is pregnant. She's my lover, too, and my concubine. Last episode, I seduced my concubine for some reason. Doubt besets me. And the last of the guests had returned home, and everyone agreed it was this year's greatest feast. Gained 10 prestige. Your guests enjoyed the feast, increasing opinion 5 for 2 years. So, when I check the ledger, why am I not receiving tax money from Tabaristan, the city of Sari, the Varam of Amul, and Frizinka? I have thought it over, and I cannot be the father of my concubine Joseph's baby. As it grows in her belly, I have trouble sleeping. I must put this matter to rest. No, I will trust her word. One more mouth to feed in the Emir's family won't make a big difference. So, I am not collecting my realm levies. Sari, Varam of Amul, Varam of Rostaman, city of Chalus, Wali of Denmark. I'm getting no levies from this vassal who likes me and no taxes. I thought as an emir I was entitled to a share of the change. So if he's the emir, Sheikdom of Alamat, Tabaristan and Alamat, what if I revoked his title? Sheikdom of Daylan. Daylam, where's Daylam? There's a kingdom of Daylan. Sheikdom of Daylan. Oh, it's right here. Could I revoke that title from him, seeing as it's not part of my patrimony? Sheikdom of Alamat. I have to have 50 prestige, that's all. And he is, he's a Zoroastrian as well, so I don't necessarily want to alienate him. I would like to keep him as one of the powerful nobles, but I just want him to pay his taxes to me and grant me levies. Anyway, my chancellor is in Galan, trying to assist me in taking over the next emirate, and I have to pick an ambition for myself as my heir matured at the last episode, the lost episode now. Become king of Daylam, gain 500 prestige. Emir Jahandar wants to become king of Daylan. If pagan, it allows him the unlimited use of the subjugation casus belli within the kingdom. If the fabricate claims counselor mission is available, it may acquire a claim on Daylam with this ambition. There's also a reduced cost for creating the kingdom if it does not yet exist. This ambition cannot be cancelled. Acquire title. Emir Jandahar wants to acquire more land and another title, increasing his influence and power in the realm. Gains from success condition, gains any title. It has to come from the liege though. Darn, and the liege actually granted me that emirate, but this was not my ambition at the time, so I didn't get the 200 prestige. The Mazdaki heresy has appeared in the county of Alamat. I'm not sure what all of these Zoroastrian heresies are. I know some of them appeared because when the Abbasids conquered the Persian Empire, 95% of Zoroastrians converted over the succeeding centuries to Sunni and then merged to Shia Islam. But many of them fled to India, where their ideas got mixed with Hinduism and Buddhism, and slightly new religions arose out of Zoroastrianism. And there are more Zoroastrians living in India now than there are actually in Persia. So by next episode, I'll try to have learned something about the heresies of the Zoroastrians that keep coming up in this game. But anyway, that being aside, am I going to acquire another title from my liege, or I'm going to go to try to become King of Dalam? I'm getting old, and I need casus belli, and I need to try to act rather quickly if I'm going to achieve this accomplishment. So I am Emir of Qazwin, or Qazwin. So this grants me the Lamsar. It's been looted, although it's rebuilding. Castle walls +2. Let's see what my income is. So it's a monthly balance of +7. Gosh, my vassal limit is 23. My demesne size is 3 of 3. Can I increase that through my laws? Seniority? I still have not reigned for 10 years? Oh, is that true? I was victorious in the Battle of Qazwin in I won the war in 1779. So this should be the year, 1789, that I have reigned as Emir for 10 years. So hopefully my acquiring the new title of Qazwin doesn't reset that clock all the time. Hopefully this year I should have reigned for 10 years. And I have a vassal who's upset with me. Who is upset with me? The Wali of Ahriman. And why is he upset with me? Foreigner infidel. Do I have a Sunni? I have a Sunni Muslim. Fate smiles on me, my concubine Ilke. That's great. She's the quick one. As many quick children in our dynasty as I can. Now, can I revoke his title and only... It's a mosque. I have to. It's a mosque. I will withdraw his title. And he shouldn't rebel. He's just a child. May you be sewn up alive in the belly of a dead camel. I will not allow you to steal my titles without a fight. You are no longer my liege lord. Oh, well, it looks like he is going to fight. I will gather... Oh, my armies are no great heck either after having just fought this war. I thought I had one fantastic commander. And let me just again try to pause to yeah, where am I? I thought I had a commander with 17. Oh, he has martial 15 skill. Just show the commanders. Freedon, he had 15 skill. Cinna has 12 skill. And Harazaf has 9 skill. Okay, my commanders were never that great to begin with. But they don't need to be to defeat this little upstart. Betrothed can marry my daughter Shirin and the Khan Obadiah. Yes, we'll send them away. She is to be betrothed. And the Khan accepts the suggestion she get married. Now, is he more likely to form an alliance with me? No. Perhaps if I gain in power, he'll be apt to form an alliance with me then. It would be nice to use the power of that alliance to make myself king. So Cinna... Oh, I didn't even check if that was a son or a daughter, or I would have changed the name of a son. Oh, it's a son and I didn't change his name. Bahard, my son. Well, I'll cast a horoscope for him. Get them while they're young. It'll cost me 300 esoteric knowledge, but that's you might as well use the powers that you gain through your wisdom rather than just ranking up from level to level. The stars hold many secrets, but they are not indecipherable. Using the right instruments and frame of mind, I will uncover the destiny of Barad, my son. Unfortunately, that also, unless I can change this inheritance law, will spread my patrimony even further. Caliph Hussam has instituted the religious control mandate law in the Arabian Empire. Speaking of laws, I was going to try to, I can't change another law till 793. I was going to try to go to low centralization to increase the demesne size by 1. After spending many nights analyzing the movements of the stars, I have noticed Nahid moving into a sign influencing that of my son Barad. I am fairly certain that this indicates that he is destined for administrative tasks and a practical mind. I could have not made up a destiny more fitting for him. Administrative tasks and a practical mind, so I guess that's stewardship. And so now, having got that buff, this is a leader of a revolt. Your wisdom and mercy are legendary. We request that you honor your obligation and answer this call to arms against Caliph Hussam. No, the Caliph is going to be my relative. I will not revolt against him. And my son will get a focus on stewardship. Stewardship and learning. Stewardship, I'll go for the thrift. Actually, I'll go to duty and see if you can develop conscientiousness. That would help. And let me see if I can acquire a favorable marriage for him, or betrothal. There's no one titled, and there is no one... here's some title clements down here. My brother, as you know, we're always in need of more ingredients to perform our experiments. These experiments are essential to uncover the mysteries of the world. I propose a joint venture to combine our knowledge in an effort to identify and gather ingredients so that our search for truth will not be halted by such worldly things as material shortages. And he is the Grand Vizier of Wadi Musa. I think he's head of the Wali of Sela. I think he is the head of the Hermetic Society. I will accept. So let me check. Wali of Seta. No, he's not the magus of the organization, but nevertheless, he's a member. A neophyte Shaban has offered his help with gathering much needed ingredients for further studies of the mysteries of the world, but first I need to decide what kind of ingredients we need. Herbs, prized animal parts. I have 69 gold pieces, so we can search in the marketplace, in the market streets of Gurgan. Oh, and I gotta get this invasion on the road here. And finding my son betrothed. Oh, here we go. Strong and a title claimant. There we go. She's not very prestigious, but that's okay. She's strong. It's good to get some good breeding stock in the dynasty. And so there we go. And so Bahard, and he unfortunately is the heir to the Sheikdom of Qazwin. The stalls around us are brimming with all kinds of different goods, and the people are swarming us. Wali, Shayaban, and I look each And I look each other in the eyes, nodding. We know that we will need to be thorough in our search and excellent in our haggling if we want to make some good deals here. Our charismatic touch brings forth the best wares to the lowest prices. And let's increase the speed a little bit here. My mission, gathering ingredients involving Wali Shaban, is no longer valid. Did he die? That's unfortunate. No active missions. Actually, I'll invite someone stargazing. I'll invite the Magus. King Eldir. Count Halo. Sheik Hassan. Count Lupe. Wali Abdul Qadir. Invite to stargazing. He has to. Oh, I have to be at peace. And I'm sieging down my mosque. So I won't be able to change this law till 793. It's 790. A daughter was born. There we go. Delarum. An inheritance. Seniority. Okay, I've reigned 10 years. I just need to be at peace and have no vassal with a negative opinion of me. And I can finally change my inheritance law. My Astrabad Herazap has embraced a dangerous heresy, no doubt influenced by local preachers. Engage him in theological debate. And I'll check my vassals. Only one of them is at -1, the Erbad. And I will send him a gift. I'm utterly convinced by your learned arguments. Rest assured I will never stray again. Astrabada has maintained his status as a good Zoroastrian. No heresies. I have an open council position for steward for some reason. Do I go to Moose Jaws, my son, who would be a loyalist? Or actually, my council are all in pretty good standing, so I should go for skill. Craven, Wroth, Proud, Strong. Is there anyone who's demanding to be on council? No one's even demanding to be on council. Yeah, I'll go there. My son is still happy with me. Now, where are my taxes the highest? Okay, so I think I've won this war. Enforced demands. So I should have gotten his title. The war against the tyranny of Emir Jahandar of Jaws has ended. Emir Jahandar has won. Now I should have been able to disqualify this guy from his title. Court Amman needs to be filled. My vassal. Since Wali Sahadin is a traitor, our vassals will not object, and he is the Sunni, right? Yes. So I need to revoke the title Mosque of Ahriman. So that is revoked. Now I have the so now I hold the holding. And what is the religious? It's Mazdeki. It's not even Zoroastrian anymore. It's a Zoroastrian heresy. The religion Mazdeki. Darn it. Quavir, Zoroastrian. Tabaristan, Zoroastrian. Gurgan, Manichaean. Oh, when I thought the heresy appeared in the Sheikdom, I thought it appeared as a minority. I didn't know it took over. My concubine Ilkay does not love me. While love is not exactly necessary, I still like to see her beautiful face light up with smiles and laughter, so I've decided to romance her. Fantastic. Seduce Ilke. That's an excellent use of your time to get more kids out of our concubines and our legal family. Alright, so I need a new court and man to start to uh, convert some of these people. A learning of 18. Alright, you'll make a good Mobad, I mean. My concubine is not warming up at all. She laughs at my jokes, but not because she finds them funny, but scorn. She told me outright that she despises me. I'll keep at it. She is worth it. She's quick. Now, hunt apostates, proselytize. So I will proselytize in Qazwin. Now, where do I get the highest taxes from? Oh, it gives it by city, not by sheikdom. So Qazwin is Ahmedabad and Qazwin and Lamsar. And Qavir is Dravar, Varam, Wali. It has 3 holdings versus, or 4 holdings versus 3, although it's not on the Silk Road. And this just has 3 holdings, so Gurgan, Kamish Depka, and the city of Gonbadi Kabis. I can tell my concubine LK is finally falling in love with me. She snuggled up to me as we watched the sunset together from the roof of the great tower. I'm glad. That gladdens me. And I might as well disperse my troops. So I now have the elective gavelkind, seniority, and elective monarchy. So we will go with the seniority condition, and hopefully the oldest member of the dynasty inherits all titles. Your oldest child will greatly disapprove of this at law, but all other members of the dynasty will approve. The oldest child will greatly disapprove of this law, but I thought he would be the one who would benefit the most. Anyway, there we go. We now have seniority succession. I now have unlanded sons, but no longer will titles leave. Thanks to my romantic efforts, sweet Ilke, my concubine, has also become my lover. It feels great to be rid of the cold awkwardness around her. And she likes me at 58. Finally, she falls in love with me. Well, it looks like I have succeeded in one of my major goals, and that is that the inheritance is now all going to go to my son Moose Jaws. He's going to be heir to the Jaws satrapy, the sheikdom of Gurgan, the sheikdom of Qazwin, the sheikdom of Qavir, and the heir to the Varam, the temple of Ahmedabad. And next episode I can point a good Zoroastrian to the Baram of Ahmedabad, and I can try to discern which of my holdings grants me the highest tax rate, so I can deploy so I'll be able therefore to deploy my council member, my steward, to raise the taxes the most, and I will find someone to occupy the Varam, the temple, who will help convert the province, and see how the proselytation of Qazwin is progressing, and hopefully I'll develop a claim on Galan. But let me just check, having now been the king of Galan, do I get, the Emir has 1,000 troops, do I get casus belli on him? Border dispute over Galan. Okay, that would make me a truce breaker, but what about these other Dalam provinces? Declare war. He's not independent, so who's his liege? Emir of Dazburant, and his liege is the Sultan of Armenia. I don't have a casus belli. Let me check the kingdom. Kingdom of Delam here is declare war, force vassalization. Mazobon Vadad Homad of Diastan is weak and in need of protection. They would be better off in your realm. By spending a significant amount of prestige, you can go to war to forcibly make them your vassal, as long as they are of a lower tier than you or at below 30 realm size, or where the ruler is either of your religion or cultural group. Alright, that's something to investigate next episode, but I will try to acquire the Kingdom of Delam, seeing that if I use these new casus belli, I'll have to appoint someone to the mosque, I'll have to gain claims, and hopefully, and I guess I'll have to set some focuses for a couple of my children. But that's it for this episode. If it's your first time here, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell so that you receive notification of my other videos, and consider following me on Facebook. Thank you for your time. Have a good day.